Now let's bring in our next guest, Billy. Our next guest is JJ from the Diamond Gallery. JJ, how's it going?
Good.
Nice to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Now, the Diamond Gallery, you guys do things a little different. You're not just a normal jeweler, are you?
No, really, for us, it's not really about clients. It's really about building relationships. I think that, building the right relationship will either develop into something else or, eventually somebody's going to need something. And we want to have friends more than we want to have
you want
clients.
people to buy from you over and over again.
Right. I mean, you're going to have birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas. Again, we want them to look at us as their jeweler, not as a place that they just buy a piece of jewelry.
Jewelry's tough to buy.
It is tough to buy.
I've bought a couple pieces in my time. Mm-hmm. It's a tough one. It hurts the head. You need some help.
You're right.
And the Diamond Gallery, you guys are there to do that, right?
Yeah, for the most part, when men come in, they're a little nervous. They're trying to look at things from their wives' or girlfriend's perspective, and sometimes that's difficult. It's not
difficult.
Easy to do
it's impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, and
I think it's better to bring them with you.
Most of the time, you're right.
Do you agree?
If you have the ability to do that, it's always best to do that. Because then in the end, you got the right thing. If she says, "Honey, this is what I want," how are you going to go wrong with that?
Well, by not buying it, right? Now, it's a family thing. Mm-hmm. You guys had you and the owner
and owner's son, the daughter, his wife works there too.
And how long have you guys been there?
They opened in 1999, mm-hmm. And we've been in that center since 1999.
Now, as far as the jewelry that you have there, you have your jewelry cases and everything's all laid out, but you also do some custom stuff.
Right. Primarily, that's what we do, mm-hmm. Actually. I would say 8 out of 10 rings that we sell are full custom. Mm-hmm. They came in with a picture. We did a drawing for them. They looked at 4 or 5 rings and said, I want the top of this ring, I want this diamond, I want these side diamonds, I want the shank that look like this, yada, 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 and then we create it for them.
So people bring in multiple jewelry items and give them to you and say, make me something out of this.
That's actually been pretty popular since the downfall in 2008, where they didn't have it in their budget to buy a brand new piece, so they looked at all the pieces that they weren't wearing, and I never wear this, and I haven't worn this since 1980, and these chains are broken.
I don't like him anymore.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And they bring that in, and they're like, okay, this is what I've got, and I want to create something new. And sometimes there's enough there to make it, or they might have to add something else in too. But for the most part, they're taking all the stuff they don't make and creating one piece that they do.
Is it more affordable that way?
Definitely more affordable.
How much more affordable?
Well, depending on what you have. If you had one, 2-gram ring that weighs 2 grams and you end up with a piece that's 10 grams, you're going to be out. Or if you brought in 10 grams and bought a piece that was, 3 or 4, you're not going to be out as much.
What about the diamonds?
Well, for us, the way that we work, most all of our settings don't have any actual center stones in there, and that's something separate. So we bring in a plethora of diamonds for you to look at that's in your range and your budget and exactly what you're looking for. So when you come into us, typically your first meeting with us is us getting to know you. We find out what you want. If we have something in the store, great. If not, we'll bring in stuff just for you.
So you're not going to pounce on them when they come in the front door.
No, there's no reason to do that.
Right. You're going to build a relationship, find out exactly why they're here, mm-hmm. what their needs are, what their budget is,
right.
and then make a plan.
Right. And
that sounds a lot more easy than the other way.
And most of the time what we see too is you come in not really knowing what to expect. So you think you're going to spend X, but when we show you what X is going to do for you, either you're going to be happy or you're going to be like, okay, that's not what I want. This is where I want to be now. So at least we can explain everything to you, educate you on what you're looking at, why you're looking at it, what you want for her, what it's going to do for you, and then you can make your own decisions on whether this is where I want to stay or I want to spend more.
What about like payment plans, credit? You guys do those kind of things?
For the most part, we don't. We've had a couple of occasions where we'll help out, but primarily what we do right now is you're going to come in and purchase. What we do have is, you can come in and do layaway. We have a lot of people that do layaway where they'll come in during the custom process. Which
That's like a payment plan.
Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks. You'll come in and make a couple of strokes to pay it off, and then you'll give us the final payment when it's done. So, you've got, 6 to 8 weeks to pay what you need to.
If someone comes up and they order a custom ring, how long does it take?
About 6 to 8 weeks.
That's it?
Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks. It could be sooner, but we like to tell people 6 to 8 weeks because the first thing is going to be just coming up with the idea of what we want. The second portion is going to be creating a 3D image that they can see, and sometimes what you envisioned to when you see the 3D, it didn't work out. It wasn't what you wanted. So then we're making changes, and anytime that we got to make changes, it lengthens the process. So if everything took the longest as possible, it would be 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay. Now you sent some pictures, and we're going to go through a few of them right now.
Yeah.
If you look at the monitor right here, JJ, Billy will pop them up. What do we have here?
This was a customer who came in and she had 3 pearls. Those are all the way at the bottom, and she's like, what could we do with this? I'm thinking of a pendant. And what we had was just our artist sit down with them and go through a couple of ideas of things that she could do to create something. We gave her like 6 or 7 ideas of just quick sketches, and she actually picked out one and said, oh, this is exactly what I was thinking.
And how happy are these people when they pick them up?
Yeah, when it's like that,
because they know that it's custom.
It is
They know they're not
custom.
going to
Nobody
go
else has
out and
got
see
it.
another lady wearing the same one.
Right, exactly. And that's why people want to do custom. That's the main thing. Even if it's a ring that they see and they saw a picture of it and I want this, as soon as we make it, it's not 100% like that. It's 98%, so it's definitely unique. Made from a mold that's going to get broken as soon as it's done. Nobody else can have that exact piece.
Wow. Now, the next one right here, what is that?
This right here is actually a pendant, and it's 3 rings that are intertwined together, and the necklace gets wrapped around that, and so the rings are actually free moving.
Was that 3 rings that someone brought to you?
No, it wasn't. That was whoever designed that from one of our people in New York. They had made it, and they're just 3 circles. Circles are really big right now, so you'll see a lot of pendants.
Circles are really big right now.
Circles are really big.
Okay, right here, ladies, some diamonds.
Yeah, that is. This is just a wedding band, a nice simple wedding band that's got some diamonds going around it that, would fit on any straight band ring. I mean, they're just some really common, really nice, really elegant, really classic. This is a nice fashion band right here that could wear on your right hand, go out at night.
You say wear on your right hand. What why do you say on your right hand?
Well, the right hand is really where you wear your fashion jewelry, on that portion. Your left hand is where you're going to wear your wedding band, your engagement ring. You wear other jewelry here too, but most of the time you're going to dress your right hand up because you've already got a ring here.
And that's why you tune into the buzz every day, people, is to learn stuff, right?
Right.
Okay.
There you
JJ, you're at Champlain and Perrin.
Yes.
What corner?
We are on the southeast corner.
What are your hours over there?
We are 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Friday and 10 to 5 on Saturday. We're in the Save Mart Shopping Center.
Awesome. JJ, thank you
so
very
much.
much for coming by. Always good to see you.
Awesome.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back on The Buzz. Make sure to stick around.